Question 4. The first thing to notice is that it says you will be assessed on the quality of your written communication in this question. So it's going to be important that when we do a calculation that we just put an arrow after explaining what we did and why we did it. Okay? It says the cost of buying electricity from North Electricity is as follows. Standing charge 28p per day. Okay? Energy charge of 14p per kilowatt or kWh used, I think that's kilowatt. And then VAT 5% payable on the total charges. Evan uses 850 kilowatts of electricity during a period of 90 days. Okay, so I'm going to try and work through the bullet points. Standing charge 28 per day, and the period is 90 days. So the first calculation I need to do is 28p multiplied by 90 days. Okay, now I've got absolutely no idea how to do that off the top of my head, so I'm going to set it out as follows. I think I'm going to use the grid method. So 20 and 8, so I'm splitting up the 20 and 8, and then the 90, I don't need to split up the 90 into 90 and 0 because it just is 90 and 0 anyway. Okay, and then 2 times 9 is 18, 0 and 0, and then 9 times 8 is 72, and then 1 0 to be added in there, so 1,800, add 720, gives me a total of 15 there, gives me an answer of 2,520. Now remember what we've been saying in lessons. If I had a bill come for £2,520, I'd be absolutely gutted. It wouldn't be worth me living, more or less. I couldn't afford to live. Okay. Now it says 28p, doesn't it? So that answer's in pence. So let's turn it into something that's a bit more usual to work with, which is pounds. How many pennies go into a pound? 100. So we divide that by 100, which is £25 and 20 pence. Okay. Now because this is a quality of written communication, I'm going to say this. So I'll put like a little arrow. This is the cost of the standing charge over the 90 days. Okay, so I've dealt with that bullet point there. Energy, 14p per kilowatt used, and he uses 850 kilowatts. So 850 kilowatts times by 14p for every single one. Okay, so again I'm going to split them up into 10 and 4, and then 850, and again no need to do 0, you can if you want, but all the answers will be 0, you don't need to add them up. Okay, so 800 times 10, I'll just add another 0 on the end, so 8,000. 10 times 50 would be 500. 800 times 4, don't know, so 8 times 4, 32, and then 2 zeros to be added in there. And then 5 times 4 is 20, and then add the 0 from up there is 200. So now I'm going to add all of those together. So 8,000, I'm going to try and do it from the biggest to the smallest, so then 3,200 or 3,200, then the 500, and then the 200. So I add all those together, 0, 0 again, then 9, and then it's 11. Okay, so my answer to that is 11,900. Okay, but again that answer is in pence, it's 14p per unit used. So turn those into pounds, I need to divide by 100, and that's going to give me £119. Okay, so far, I'll say what that is the total for the energy. Okay, so I can tick that off now. I know I've done that. So it then says VAT 5% payable. VAT 5% payable on total charges. So the total charges would have been £119 plus £25 and 20p. So I'm setting it up like this so I can add it in the column addition. So I know that 20p is going to be there. 9 and 5 makes 14, and then 1 and 2 makes 3. Add this one here would be 4, and then 1 here would give me a total of £144 and 20 pence. Okay then, so the VAT at 5%, that's what I'm doing next. Well, I can find 10% very easy. 10% would be this number here, 144.20 divided by 10. So 10% would be equal to 14.42. Okay, and then 5% would be half of that. So half of the £14 would be £7. Half of the £42 would be 21 pence. Can't usually do it like that, but you can in this case because it was an even number on both parts. But you know, lots of different ways you can divide by 2 bus stop if necessary. And then finally, all I'm going to write say total bill. And I'm going to show my calculations here. I'm going to show what I'm doing. It's going to be the total charge. So 144. So this was for standing charge. Add energy costs. Okay. So £144.20. Add the VAT at 5%. So the 721. And again, I'm going to add it like that, so I can add it really nicely and easily. So 1, 4, point, and then that would be 11, 5, and 1. So my total answer is £151.41. And I think it's a good idea to always get your final answer with a nice big box line and make it really, really obvious, make it really stand out to anyone who's marking your work. Okay, so come across the reflection. Where do you feel? I am here. I am here because... If you're down towards here, what do we need to do to help you with these things? Okay, so tell us what we need to do. Thank you.